So 2020 to me has been actually in many ways a great year. I know for many people there's been a lot of hardships, and I can see how there's a lot of turmoil and chaos in the world, but for me it's actually been a pretty great year. Work has been fantastic. We've had record numbers. I haven't had the death of friends that are close to me, although there have been friends who have witnessed the deaths from this chaotic year. I haven't. So in perspective of the world, things have been great, and I really feel like we're all growing as a group and we're learning new things of each other, but in all reality, I've had a good year, so 2020 has been good, and I look forward to 2021 because to me it's just going to get better, and I definitely feel the strength is within me to push on and to move forward.
Again? Yeah, okay, 2020, what was it for me? It was a lot of challenging moments, shock that a lot of my friends and family seem too selfish and not willing to stay home. Really disappointed in Washington, D.C., and I could go on and on about that, but I'm glad that part is over. I dream about getting a vaccine, and I'm hoping that we can all get connected next year in more ways than just touching, but maybe between the ears and with a little more positive energy. So, bye.
So 2020, that's a great question. How is 2020 to me? I think 2020 has taught us that life is not just about me. It's about us. It's about all of us learning how to be individuals in a world full of just craziness. Lots of stuff going on, lots of emotions taking place of reality. And in my life, 2020 has taught me that to stay closer to my faith, stay closer to God, stay closer to the truth, and stay away from the flesh, where the lies of man and woman's flesh tell us lies and untruths, when the facts are that God put the earth here, the stars, the moon, the sun, and everything's in motion because of God. And when we go away from that one key factor, then we'll get lost into this universe of chaos and misconception and emotions, when we can really come back to the source, whatever that source is for each person. For me, it's Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. He came to earth to show us the way to be with the Father. For others, it may be the universe or Allah or whatever it is. It's still the source. At the end of it all, it's the source. It's the same Christ-like behavior that only works for us, because men lie, women lie. Emotions will make us lie to ourselves, but numbers, they never lie. And have not yet found more followers or more people for a longer amount of time to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, God on earth, so we can find our way to joy, peace, happiness, and the 7 fruits of the Spirit.
Okay. All right, so 2020, I guess, made me realize like what's important in life, and the job that you go to that you hate so much, you actually learn to value it, and you learn to say like that can be taken away very quickly, very easily, and it kind of helps to shift your perspective from a negative to a positive, and to take all the negatives that happen in your life and to not dwell on them so much, and to realize, you know, life isn't as bad as it really could be. You know, all of this could be taken away. You learn who your friends are. I mean, you learn about yourself a lot more. You learn about character. What really, you know, is inside. You know, when you're through tough times, when you're through hardships, like what, you know, how are you going to be in the end? Like, how are you going to deal with things in the end? So for me, it's definitely been hard, but it's also been a blessing too, because I do have a job. I was able to work. I mean, I had 6 weeks off, but there's some people, you know, they're still out of work. They're losing businesses. You know, there's businesses that are going out, and I'm still working. So, and I'm healthy. So it's really just diving in and seeing what's really truly and important to you, and there's still a life to live.
So I like to travel, and as we all know that travel is the most affected area because of COVID here and in 2020, and not only because I couldn't travel. My husband is in the travel industry, he works for Marriott, so we were kind of badly hit with the overall pandemic hitting in. But at the end, while we are towards the end of the year, I would think it did bring a lot of positive things to it as well. And examples being is there are so many local things around where we live. I am in the New York, New Jersey suburban areas, and anytime we had to travel, we would always just go to the city, New York City, or if we have to travel, we'll always take international trips. And this year, because we couldn't take international trips, we started exploring. And I never knew I lived in Hudson Valley, and the Hudson Valley is so damn beautiful. Hiking is fabulous, wines are beautiful, everything is perfect there, and I've been there like 8 years and never explored. So it just made us ponder and think as to how we take things that are very easy and around so much for granted, and we always have the quest to see things that far, which are away, and there's always this thing about exploring new, whereas not really knowing yourself and people and things around. We made very good friends around, we started hanging out with a few friends around, and becoming closer to them. We started traveling with smaller groups now, and we got more personal time with them. We were really productive at work because we were really focusing, and I work for UPS, so we had many projects coming with this whole thing, and since we were kind of very involved with all the shipping and all with the new needs now. So we got a lot of projects done, and also work-wise we had a fabulous year as well. So at the end of it, as much as I would think that it wasn't that good, I think it was really good. And my daughters, who never hiked with me, have now started hiking with me. And we love it. My husband has taken up onto biking and running, and we have started hiking and doing all the outdoor activities, so not that bad.